Ahoy, this is Zdenka. Zhiyun Smooth Q4 is officially out and there are quite big changes with this one. New features have been added. Let's jump right into it and start with the package. What you're looking at is a combo kit. Zhiyun also offers a standard one. What is the difference? Standard kit will give you a gimbal, tripod, quick start guide, and charging cable. The combo package has extra stuff in it like storage bag, fill light, wrist strap, and VIP membership card, which will give you 12 months access to Prime membership, where you get access to extra features. This is how it looks like when it is folded. I don't have exact dimensions here, but my hand is like this. I don't have exactly the small hand, so it's fairly small. Well, I'm gonna start with what has changed from the previous version. I'm gonna start actually with this elbow. As you can see, it springs up pretty fast. There is no more screw, nothing like that. You just open it up and you are ready to shoot. Each motor has a lock. To unlock the motors, basically just twist them to the side. Let's take a look at the clamp, which is very different from other gimbals I saw so far. This is how you open it, and this is how you close it. According to papers, the clamp supports phones between 55mm and 90mm in width and 7 to 10mm thickness. The maximum payload of this gimbal is 280 grams. I'm using iPhone 13 Pro with a thin moment case and it holds the phone with the case very nicely. The clamp is quite deep. I don't see it slipping out. I'm not too picky about material, but I must say that when I first grabbed it, they put this really soft rubbery material on it right here and also on the clamp in the middle and here on the top of the pen motor. It feels very soft in a hand. It's anti-slip, so it's not gonna slip out. It's really nice. I just wanna return to the clamp one more time. The picture here shows the direction of the phone camera for easier placement. Here at the top, you have these little magnets where you can place this silver stylish light. The light also comes with these little magnetic filters, blue, yellow, orange, and red. I really like what they did with the design, and I also like the colors they selected. The silver light, it's just very clean, it's modern, it's sharp, looks good. It's got built-in 1200 mAh battery. Charging time is 2.5 hours and you can get around 10 hours of runtime. If it is in the standby mode, you will get up to 15 hours. You can use it in temperatures between -10 all the way up to +45 Celsius. Finally, something for Canadians because, you know, the cold winters, -10, you should be able to handle it. Good. Sizzling hot temperatures, I'm not a fan of that lately. I'll take the cold weather. This gimbal also has an extension rod up to 215mm. This is how it looks like when it is fully extended. The extension rod is very helpful. I had someone recently comment on one of my videos, previous videos, that they appreciate the extension rod on another gimbal because they are physically limited in movements and it's just way easier to use. And I gotta say that I'm not the youngest and I do appreciate that I can have easier access to low angle shots. If you are filming pets or kids or something like that, when you really need to go low with the gimbal, this is super helpful. It's got a little elbow here. The tilt of this elbow is 90 degrees. Let's do a stabilization test. In the ZY Cami app, you can switch between run and walk. Let's do hard walk first. Now let's do a soft ninja walk. And full speed run. Axis mechanical range is something we should check out as well. According to papers, tilt movement is 338 degrees. Pan is 331 degrees. and roll is 338. Buttons and the whole interface here is pretty much the same like on the previous version Q3. Power button is here on the right and has 3 functions. If you single press, you can check the battery level. If you long press, you will turn on and off the gimbal. And if you press 8 times, you will reset Bluetooth. Above is Type-C charging port. This is where you can charge a gimbal or connect it to your computer and perform firmware updates. Just to mention, this is not a two-way charger, so you cannot charge your phone with it. Joystick is a typical joystick. Up, down, left and right movements. You can adjust the speed of the movement in the app settings. The little lights here show you what gimbal mode is currently selected. It will also flash if it is in standby mode, if there is an upgrade progress or failure, and how much battery you have left. The mode button below lets you change gimbal modes. If you single press, you get to next mode. If you double press, you will get to previous mode. And if you long press, you will enter standby mode. You can also enter standby mode another way, and that is if you physically move the phone down, if you lock the tilt motor like this. So now it is locked and the gimbal is in standby mode. To wake up the gimbal, you will simply unlock the tilt motor and that's it. The gimbal is ready to work again. If you placed it on standby with the mode button by long press, you will wake it up the same way, just long press again. The nice thing about Zhiyun gimbals is that you can change the modes directly on the gimbal. You don't have to go between the app you are using and ZY Cami App and change the mode and go back and forth. So that is actually quite helpful. It is the best to use ZY Cami App because you're gonna get extra things, but if you want to film in other app, you certainly can. The modes this gimbal offers are pan follow mode, lock mode, follow mode, POV or point of view mode, vortex mode, and go mode for fast movements. Record button below lets you take photos and videos in ZY Cami App only. If you want to record in another app, you have to tap on the screen button. If you double press the record button, you will switch between photo and video mode, and if you triple press, you will switch between front and rear camera. Again, all of this is available only in ZY Cami App. However, if you long press the record button on some smartphones, you can take multiple photos or burst photos in native camera app. Moving on to the control wheel on the side. Again, only available in the ZY Cami app, you will be controlling zoom. This button also controls the magnetic fill light. So if I long press, I will turn it on. And now it's got 4 levels of the brightness. So all I have to do is just short press to switch between them. And I find the light actually pretty strong. Light illuminance range is displayed on the screen. Because it is magnetic, you can rotate it in any direction 360 degrees. Last button left is here on the other side, and that will be the trigger. If you are filming in the ZY Cami app, a single press will enable tracking. That is also how you will turn it off. If you double press, you will recenter the gimbal. Triple press will let you switch between horizontal and portrait mode, and if you long press, you will enter Go Gimbal mode. I have done some moves with this gimbal and the range of movement is actually quite nice. There is a little bit of limitation with the tilt movements. When it comes to tilt, you can use this elbow to get precise movements when it comes to filming in tilt lock mode. It is fairly easy to use. You just need to find the elbow tilt, the angle you need for you, which is gonna work for you. And if you want to film in upside down position, you certainly can. You just flip it this way. The motors are fairly quiet. There is tiny bit of a sound when you are moving it around, but I don't think that's gonna get recorded. I don't think that's issue at all. It is fairly quiet. There is one more helpful feature on this gimbal, and that would be manual reposition. What I mean is that, let's say I'm filming something and I need to frame it exactly. So I'm gonna be using the joystick and it can be a little bit tricky to get it exactly where you want it to be. So instead of that, you can just grab the phone and literally move it, hold it for 2 seconds and let go. And now you're repositioned the gimbal. Again, move it, hold it for 2 seconds, let go. I can do the same thing to the side. If I want to get out of it, I just double press the trigger. This can be done only with the tilt and pan movements. It cannot be done with roll motors. The usual question, can you see a motor in the shot if you're filming with ultra wide angle lens? Well, I balanced it perfectly, and here and there I can see tiny bit of the motor if I'm filming with the iPhone 13 Pro ultra wide angle lens. If you end up seeing a bit of the motor, just reposition the phone a bit to the left. You might drain the battery a tiny bit faster as it will no longer be perfectly balanced, but you're not going to see the motor in the shot. Can you use filters and other attachments and other lenses? Well, the maximum payload is 280 grams. My iPhone 13 Pro with the case and variable ND filter I weighted is 283 grams, so I'm already over. I would not use it, but if you are below 280 grams, you certainly can use it. Just keep in mind there is no port to attach counterweights, so the gimbal will not be balanced properly. You will be draining the battery a little bit faster. If you're more into advanced filming where you want to use filters and extra lenses and all that, I would suggest looking into their other gimbal, which is Zhiyun Smooth 5, and I reviewed that one before. I will link it below for those interested. Let's see what is included in the ZY Cami app. If you have Android phone, you will have most likely some limitations depending on which Android phone you have. I will show that shortly, but first let's go with the Apple with this phone, iPhone 13 Pro. As with the previous models, everything seems to be the same. You can film in automatic and manual mode. You get to film in 24, 25, 30, and 60 frames per second in 720p, 1080p, and 4K. Glamour effect is there. You can film hyperlapse, time-lapse, dolly zoom, 8x slow motion in 720p, panorama, video, photo. You can live stream and use pre-designed smart templates. You can also enable gesture control and tracking. And as always, it's time to do the tracking test. Let me move around a little bit and see if this can handle it. What is new in the app is this little icon at the top. The little icons telling you how much battery you have left and what modes you have selected have been moved to the bottom. Instead of that, there is a new icon which will take you to quite a big library where you can learn how to create shots. Just select the scene you're at and it will show you what move you will do and how it is done. When you follow all moves in the scene, you will actually have a little story filmed. It's quite cool and fun to try for sure. Let's see what the Android version of the app offers. I've got Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus. Some other Androids might have even different options, so this is only what I'm gonna see on this phone. When it comes to frame rates, you can film in 720p, 1080p, and 4K in 24 and 30 frames per second. Everything is the same, all features are there except slow motion and filming in manual mode. It's automatic mode only. And the zoom is purely digital, you are not gonna be able to switch lenses. This gimbal is perfect for beginners, family, just filming on the go, even travel, vlogging, social media, filming kids and pets and all that, if you prefer filming in automatic mode. Out of all those gimbals I reviewed in the past, Zhiyun Smooth Q2, Q3, and this one, hands down, I like this one the most. If you're wondering about the pricing, the link is below the video so you can check it out later on. You will see the pricing in your currency depending on where you live. Give it a thumbs up if you found this video informative. Subscribe for more. If you have any questions, comments, leave them below, and I'll see you in the next video. Ciao, ahoj.